So we're back for day 3 on system mapping. So I'm gonna just go over day 3 and update it. So I'm on Google Keeps right now, and so this is day 3. So the actual sleep time, I have sleep. Here are the 4 metrics I'm tracking, just in case anyone's watching. But I'm tracking sleep, food, focus, and energy. And like I said in the previous screens, that I'm not trying to change anything right now or too much, just because I'm trying to figure out my baseline level, or the base habits that I have or routines that I have that I usually do. After that, I'll start doing experiments, tests, in order to try to fix these or make them better. So right now, actual sleep time. Sleep time. Let's see. Only 3 hours and 55 minutes. This is probably what a college student would get. 3 hours, 55 minutes. My wake time. So I had 2 sleep stages. I went to sleep 2 times. So 11:33 a.m. was the second time. So I'll go with that. 11:33 a.m. Yeah. And I went to sleep at 4:41 a.m. Wow. 4:41 a.m. And I'm gonna get into like why I went to sleep that late, in like the upcoming screams or upcoming videos. But right now, I'm just trying to like get this out the way. Like what I do right now needs to be brought to my attention, to the highest degree. So deep sleep, we have 54 minutes. REM sleep. And for those of you who are watching me and just think I'm pulling this all out of my head, this is on the Samsung Health app. REM sleep was, hold on, did I just put 52 minutes for REM sleep? It took me how long to fall asleep? Sleep latency. It took an entire hour. So the food, again, it was like 3,000 calories, I'm sure. Yes, 3,000 calories. Wait. Okay, so I just got an update on this. So the sleep was a little tricky for me because this sleep time accounts for today, not yesterday. So for the total food calories, I actually haven't eaten this full meal yet, or the amount of meals to get to 3,000 yet. But that's like what I'm expecting to eat. So I'm gonna put 3,000 because of that. But yeah, I may have made that mistake on the previous days. So going forth, I'm gonna update those. In the meantime, quality of the food, I have is pretty, I want to say high quality, but I know like I got very basic foods. They're healthy, but I know they're not supreme level healthy. So I'm gonna go with mid, and I gotta put like what food I'm actually eating, just so I would know. So we got chicken thighs. We have jasmine rice, sweet potatoes. Pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. Let's see. Can't forget the peanut butter, oatmeal, milk. It's a little excessive. Let's see what else. And protein powder. But I kind of have to know, like, I need to know all of it, really. Lucky me, I don't rotate between meals, at least for now. I've just been eating the same meals practically, or basically every day. It's protein powder. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Bananas. And yeah, that's pretty it. That's pretty much it. So water intake, low, mid, high. That was actually high. It was let's see. Okay, so I drank 84 ounces. It's like the first time in like maybe ever that I've drunk that much water. And the reason I drunk it because that much water is because I was doing another little miniature test to see how it would feel. Because I've seen somewhere where it was recommended that you drink like I believe half your body weight. Not half your body weight, but like it was something dealing like that. Some scientific reasoning to it. But yeah, that's what I did. Maybe 1/4 your weight. I don't know. Focus. I don't know what it was. I have to look it up. But my focus for yesterday, it was mid. I got distracted a few times. Mine was mostly on today. Hold on. I forgot. I'm talking about like, let me see. Yeah, so the food is for today. The focus is for today. So right now it's been still mid. Yeah, so I'm trying not to like overlap the days. So that's what was confusing me was really the sleep. Cause I know like the sleep, going to bed today and waking up tomorrow would be my sleep score for that day, not the previous day. I hope I'm not confusing you all, but this is all like for today. Like I'm gonna eat this food today. I'm gonna try to match the water and all that. But for my focus, my mind mostly on today is really rest and repair. The night I had was not the best in terms of health wise. Just not enough sleep and not enough recovery. Rest, repair. Let me just say recovery. Yeah, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling fatigued. My energy score from Samsung Watch 7. Let's see that. It is a 72. And I also got a self-proclaimed energy score or energy level from 1 out of 10 rating. And I would give that a 5. I would give that a 5. I feel like half of my energized self. And it's funny because half of my energized self may still be terribly low. So when I start working on this energy level, like trying to increase it and trying to run tests and experiments to try to amp it up to where it's supposed to be at, I may realize that, my half of my energy score may actually be 1/4 of my energy score. So any energy boosters, I wouldn't call this an energy booster, but like I said in the video, I believe it was short I posted, it did make me feel less scattered um, and more grounded. I wouldn't really consider that energy. I really would consider it just focus, really. So I would say, oh shoot, what is that? Focus. I read a book. Let's see. read 30 minutes of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. How do I feel after? Focus. I would say helped calm me. Felt less scattered. So this is basically a rough draft because I know this probably don't look the best in terms of documenting things, but I'm just trying to get the information on the board first before I start trying to make it look pretty. Energy boosters. I got sunlight, and the sunlight really did help. I noticed that, I felt a burst of energy in the morning. So I did that for 15 minutes. I'm also say felt energized for approximately, I feel like it lasted for like 3 to 5 hours. And yeah, I crashed. And even me putting this on his notes, that may not be completely accurate. Like, the reason for me crashing may not be, just because the sunlight wore off. It could have been because my bedtime, the sleep score from the day before. It could have been the foods I ate. So that's why you really need to, if anyone's doing this, you need to rough draft what you do on a day-to-day basis. So then you can work on each thing and you'll know what exactly fixed it when you start to analyze it or break it down. So yeah, this looks pretty clean to me. Like I said, I definitely have to work on the sleep, but we're just writing it down, writing the data down. Food, 3,000 calories. I'm gonna eat all of that today. I'm trying to match that water intake. Focus. Right now it's pretty mid. My mind is on recovery. Okay, so this is where I'm kind of messing up with, because I read this yesterday. So that's really for day 2. So I'm gonna have to update that on day 2. But I will be reading 30 minutes of it again today as another test. So we'll put that as undecided. My energy, this is all today. Okay, so I gotta change the sunlight too, because that was for yesterday. Felt energized. Yeah, all of this. So yeah, and I'll update that behind, on my own time. And yeah, by day 7, I'm gonna start working on actually fixing this. Right now I'm on day 3, so I got 4 more days to go. And I'll be running experiments every single day. I'm doing a 5-day experiment right now on sunlight exposure, and so far that's been going pretty well. I've been seeing some pretty noticeable increase in energy. But in terms of testing, I run tests every single day, guaranteed. So the 30 minutes of Hitchhiker Guide, that was a test to see how I would feel after reading 30 minutes of a book. And that test can go on from however long I wanted to. But right now I'm trying to stick to minimum stuff, so it may be random, not random, but it may be tests that aren't all in the same category. So one may be for focus, one may be for energy, one may be for food, one may be for sleep. But the real deep experiments that I'm doing, they're meant to go on for like 5 to 7 days, or even up to a month, or years, or decades, maybe even in the future. But right now, I'm sticking to only 5 to 7 days. But those experiments are meant to be very informative for me, because I have to know exactly what caused, for example, my energy levels to be as high or low as they are. So if I'm doing a 5 day or 7 day experiment on sun exposure only, and I actually feel a boost in energy, then that lets me know that the sun actually had a part to play, rather than me just claiming that it had, it that was the result from the sun. So yeah, that's all for day three. Kind of made the scream a little longer than I wanted it to be. Yeah, 16 minutes. I'm trying to get this down to like 5 minutes. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna become better over time. But that's all for today. If you guys want to see how the experiment for sun exposure go, or you just want to check up on my daily tests, stick around and see you guys later.